Hi guys, today I am going to show you a little behind the scenes of what it's like running my art business. I am actually spending the next couple of days prepping for some art events that I'm doing next weekend down in South Florida. So far I'm booked for 2 events and I've done both of these events before and they were both very successful, so I want to make sure that I have enough product. I'm going to take you into my little woman cave back there. That's just my art room, but I call it my woman cave, and that's where we're gonna hang out for the beginning of this. It's back there on my dining room table. I have jewelry supplies set up, but if I am painting, which is what I'm gonna be doing right now, this is where I do that. I've shown you my art room before, but I did move some things around. It's messy right now. Sourdough toast. I only have 5 blank coasters. Actually really only 4 because this one has paint on both sides and I don't want to deal with that one yet. So I have potentially only 1 set that I can paint today. These coasters do so well at my events. I probably should order some more so that way I can make more. I need to order these right now so that way they get here. I ordered just these wooden slabs. This is actually the original color of them, but throughout my painting process, which I'll show you later, I layer the coasters with resin, and the resin gives the wood that dark finish. I just ordered more coasters on Amazon and they'll be getting here Saturday, which gives me just enough time to bust out a couple more sets once they arrive. So the first step is just determining which side of the coasters I want to paint, because as you can see, that side versus this side has a few little specks on it that I really don't want to be seen. So I'm going to paint this side, and I'm just going to determine that for the others. Now this is the slab that I don't know how to work around this, because obviously on this side there's green paint. I don't even remember doing that. And then this side I drew some leaves with some paint markers as like an experiment, and I don't love that. On the back of my coasters, I put this felt. So obviously one side will be covered with the felt, you know? If anything, this side would be the easiest for me to work with. It's almost like a cover-up tattoo. You have to plan the design around the paint that's already there. Now that I've determined the side that I want to paint on, I am gonna just start sketching the mushrooms. Since I'm doing 5 coasters today, potentially, not sure yet, I am probably just gonna make all 5 the same color. This is my vision for this one with the green paint. I'm gonna camouflage the green paint into 2 mushrooms over here.
Who are you?
This is just a canvas, and I use it to carry over the paint that I wanna use. This to mix my paints. A little jar of water to clean my paintbrushes, and then I use this to almost like prolong the life of my paint, because I'm using acrylic paint and it can dry pretty quickly, so this helps the paint not dry as quickly and also kind of thins it out. After I sketch the mushrooms, the next step is doing my first layer of paint, and I always start with painting the tops of the mushrooms, and then I go in and paint the bellies, like you can see I'm doing that right now. And I alternate between different brush sizes because some of these lines are really thin and I like them to be kind of wispy almost. And then here you can see I'm painting the stems. I do some variation of a brown color, whatever I mix up that day. That's the base color for the stems, and then I just add white paint to that to lighten it up, so that way I can add some highlights on the stems. And here I'm going in and just doing my little speckles on the tops of the mushrooms. That's one of my favorite parts. And then lastly, for this first layer of paint, I'm going in with some paint markers and drawing some fine lines on the bellies of the mushrooms just for some more details. So I mentioned in the beginning of this video that I needed to order some more coasters, and they came in, so I painted them, and here they all are next to each other. Pretty. I'm in the middle of editing this video, and I have to tell you guys about this new addition to my house. I am so grateful for this. It's my absolute favorite thing, probably in the entire house as of lately. This window is facing west, I believe, because the sun sets over those mountains, so it's facing in the general direction of west. And at a certain time of the day, the sun just beats through. I work typically at this table, and it blinds me. As you can tell, you can still see through the blinds. I can still enjoy the mountain view. I chose this texture because, like I said, I like the fact that I can see through, but they make blackout blinds as well. This is why I've avoided blinds for so long, because I didn't want anything, just anything bulky that would take away from the space itself. These are from Smart Wings. If you guys want to check out these blinds, they are extremely high quality, affordable for the quality, easy to install, beautiful. Like I said, doesn't take away from my view, my house. It just kind of adds to it. It gives me like this natural earthy shade. Linked down below with discount code. Okay, back to art. I don't even know how many days I've been filming this video, but today's Tuesday. I leave Thursday for Florida and for my art events. Today and tomorrow are the last days to really hustle and grind. So I gotta finish up these coasters. They will be finished officially tomorrow, which is perfect because tomorrow's Wednesday and tomorrow is the last day that I have to really work on these. Even though my first event isn't until Saturday, I have to make sure the coasters are at least done because these have to dry. I can still work on jewelry if I really need to Thursday and Friday down in Florida. If I do decide to make jewelry while I'm down there, it'll mainly just be for fun, not really because I have to, you know? So yesterday I finished this first layer of paint. The first layer is just painting the mushrooms. And then after that, I poured my first layer of resin. This is a silicone mat. The silicone mat makes it so that way the resin can peel off easily. The resin is literally all between the coasters. They're all gonna be stuck together. Oh, only of all of those, only one wasn't stuck. Since this was just the first layer of resin, and I will be pouring another layer on later, I need to try to cut off as much of this edge as I can, because if I were to pour a second coat of resin over this layer will become so thick, this like layer that needs to be cut, that it will become so difficult to try to cut it. If you work with resin and you're cutting it the way that I am, be careful because this is so sharp. I cut myself so often while doing this because the resin is just a bitch. Actually, these scissors are working really good. These are actually fabric cutting scissors, so they're really sharp, and I think that these will do the job. That is the goal. I hope you guys can see that. I'm trying something new. I'm hoping that this will protect my hand because I'm already getting sliced open from the resin. The next step is going to be drawing the leaves on the top layer of resin. After I paint these leaves on, I'll do another coat of resin, and since that first layer of resin is underneath, that's what's going to make the leaves give like a 3D effect. Okay, leaves are done. So I didn't show you guys this for the first layer of resin I did, but this is the resin I use. I have it linked on my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. It's 2 parts and you just mix equal parts, stir it together, and boom. Tomorrow I'll finish the coasters, and I also have to pack tomorrow. Majority of my supplies like table, tent, chairs, big bulky items like that are stored at my dad's house. Thank you, Jeff. All I have to bring with me are the little things like the coasters, paintings, jewelry, things like that. It's 6:30 in the morning on Wednesday. I need to finish these coasters. This is that second coat of resin that I poured yesterday. It's about 7:30. Which means it took me about an hour, give or take, to cut all that extra resin off of all these coasters. 21 coasters that I painted and had to cut and do all that stuff. Now the last step for my coasters is just gluing the felt onto the back. This is the set of coasters that was already finished, but you can see. Yesterday I went to Walmart and I got all this felt. I was in there and I was thinking, do I need more hot glue for my hot glue gun? This is what I used to glue the felt on, and I was like, no, I probably have enough. Nope, This is all the glue I have left. I'm definitely gonna have to go to town today to get some more glue. So I'm just gonna do what I can right now, so that way later it doesn't seem like as much. So in order to cut the felt, I literally just hold the coaster flat against the felt. I just try to get as even of a shape or as accurate of a shape as I can. So that is a pretty damn good fit. Once it's glued on there, the glue dries pretty quickly. Full moon to welcome in the first booth of the trip. Beautiful mom. The vibes are high tonight. The energy is so good tonight. I know I have not updated you guys since I got to Florida, and that's literally because I have been non-stop just hanging out with my family and my friends. Basically, when I got in town a couple days ago, I just finalized some jewelry designs that I had to finish up and just packed up all of this equipment just so that way I was ready for tonight. And yeah, first event of the weekend. Tomorrow is a much longer event. This event is only 3 hours. Tomorrow, the event is in total 6 hours, but I have to get there about an hour early, and it'll take me about half an hour to pack up. Same with this event. I got here about an hour early, take me about a half hour to pack up, hopefully. Oh my god. That's my dad. He's so creepy. I'll show you my outfit for tonight.
So what?
He's so creepy. Wait, will you take a little video of me in front of the booth? No, that's embarrassing.
Piper's
It's
Crossing.
already recording. So just get a video of me. Earthlands jewelry, earrings, necklace, rings, ankle bracelets, super cute. I started posting in-depth beadwork tutorials for a small little subscription fee. It's only $5 to gain access to these videos, and I'm posting 4 videos, 4 in-depth tutorials each month. So if you want to learn how to do this specific beadwork, the peyote stitch, and you want to support me a little bit, you can go join my little membership on here. Good morning, it's Sunday. Mom and I just got the tent up, but I'm gonna try to show you the full booth setup if I can get this. Oh, that's good. I'm in the middle of editing this video and I realized I did not finish the video. I didn't even show you the last art event, and I remembered that my camera ran out of space and I probably just became very busy and I just forgot to film at that last event. But this is the end of the video. I hope it was fun hanging out with me, watching me make stuff, and learning more about my business and what it's like being an artist girl. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.